and welcome to our introductory video to list views. Today we're going to be looking at three main points. So we're going to start off with looking at what list views are and understand their benefits to your business. We're then going to look at creating list views and we'll go through it step by step, and then also look at how we can personalize them to your exact needs. And then finally we're going to have a look at some of the Spring 19 releases that came out and how they have affected our list views and how their new features have benefited our businesses. So let's start off with what a list view is. A list view is a really great way to sort, prioritize and analyze the records that are most important to you. You can create them yourself, as we are going to go and have a look at in a moment, and customize them with filters as well. They are really beneficial to your business because they allow your end users to focus on the selling side and customer satisfaction side of everything instead of having to constantly be sifting through data, which means they can always be more focused on the customer. Okay, so let's go and look at creating a new list view. So if you click into opportunities, you obviously can do this on other objects. There are list views on other objects. We are just going to focus on opportunities for now though. You will notice when you click onto opportunities, the default list view you are shown is recently viewed. If you click on the drop down next to recently viewed, you will be able to see all of the list views that you have access to on this object. You also have the option of selecting all opportunities if you so wish to view all of your opportunities. So if we look at making a new list view, we need to come over to the other side of the screen and click on the cog. This is your list view controls, and these control everything to do with the list view you are currently using. As you can see, we have different options all the way down here. We are obviously going to be clicking on the new button as we are making a new list view. This brings up a new window that allows us to populate all of the data of that list view. So we are going to call our list view stage closed 1 because that is the list view we want to see. And we are just going to keep it so that only I can see this list view for now, just for this exercise, and the API name will automatically populate, and then click Save. You'll notice that I'm presented with a load of records right now. This is because there is one filter in place currently, and it says filter by owner, and it says my opportunities. So currently all of the records that we are viewing are records that I own. We are going to change this because we want to filter by all of the records, so we want to select all opportunities instead of my opportunities. Once you've done that, we click Done. We're then going to add a filter by clicking the Add Filter button. We want to filter by the stage equaling closed 1. So where it says account name, we are going to click and then scroll down until we find stage, and then we want the operator to be equal, and then we want it to equal closed 1. As you can see here, I do have the choice of choosing multiple options, but we're just going to stick with one and click Done. If I then click Save, you will notice that the records have now become filtered, and in the stage column the only option is closed 1. We are going to exit the filters either by clicking the filter button above or the side arrow, completely your choice. You will notice next to filters you also have the option of charts as well, so if you click on the chart icon it will bring up a chart. You can choose the type of chart you are viewing as well, so it just gives you lots of different options, and if you are a more visual person it gives you that option too. To exit charts you just have to click on the chart icon again, just as we did with filters. In this case I want to be able to view the lead source column as well, so if I click on the list view controls and if I select fields to display, you'll notice if I click that it brings up all the columns that are currently on display, and it also brings up all of the other columns that I can actually add in. If I scroll down to lead source and then add it to the other side using the arrow, it becomes added to the bottom of the visible fields column. If I then press Save, you will notice that lead source has now been added as the final column in my list view, which is very helpful and also means that I can always see the data I need. If I only worked with this particular list view and I wanted this to be the first list view I saw whenever I accessed opportunities, one of the new features of Spring 19 is that I can pin this list view. You can see there is a little pin here. If I pin this list view, it shall be the first one brought up when I access opportunities. Usually the default is the recently viewed list view. If I click on accounts, you will notice that recently viewed is the first list view to come up. And if I click back to opportunities, you will notice it takes me to our list view that we pinned. Another really cool feature of the Spring 19 release is this search box here. This is for when if you are looking for a particular record or any particular data, you can search within this list view. So for example, if we are looking for a particular record called Edge SLA, and we type that into the box up here, you will notice when we hit enter, it magically is brought up for me. It saves me a lot of clicks, and it means that I'm not focusing on finding records, but instead focusing on my customer instead.